Hello. I did not make a video this weekend, so I decided to, while I'm at my lunch on my walk, I would go ahead and make a video just because I'm still struggling with having so many thoughts in my head and also a lot going on right now that I'm afraid I'm going to make a video that's too long and, because I struggle with rambling, which I'm going to try not to do and just keep it to a simple topic. And have this antsy desire to get out everything that I can possibly talk about all in one video, and I gotta quit that. So, anywho, bear with me as I'm working through my, not getting distracted. Okay. So, the topic I was thinking about talking about today, just because it's been something that I've been working on a lot in therapy, and it's something that I'm working through, and it's just kind of been this like slam of feelings as I'm working through it, and it's been really kind of amazing. But this is related to my self-confidence, and part of the reason why I'm sharing loose skin videos and trying to take more pictures of myself and post pictures, and it is not a vain I have always been one of those people that do not take pictures. I'm very bad at it, if you can tell. I think my pictures are super juvenile looking, but whatever. I'm not good at it, but it's okay. This thought process of I've got to be perfect has always been in my head, and it's been this constant pressure that I put on myself that is very unfair to me. And I know a lot of women are like this. It's very common for us to put all this pressure on ourselves. Actually, I'll link in the comments. There's this song that has just really been speaking to me lately about I'm fed up with trying to meet everybody's expectations that I'm putting on myself to meet. And that I am perfectly imperfect, and I love me the way I am, and it's all about talking to, I know this sounds goofy and silly if you've never done therapy before. Honestly, I thought it was kind of goofy and silly, but the idea is you kind of picture yourself, you start in childhood. I mean, literally just started this, and it's like my mind's exploding. All I did was start thinking about my childhood, thinking about myself, and talking to myself as I was a child. And it's like when you have ADHD, at least for me, the impulsivity and the hyperactive part, I don't hold on to memories very well. And it takes so much of my mental energy just to function that my long-term memory only gets made if I go over the things over and over again in my head. So that's where a lot of the urgency comes from, which I'm just realizing all of this. I'm thinking about myself as a child and realizing how much my ADHD affected me and how much it's not my fault. Self-esteem and ADHD are very, very closely related because you struggle with normal things so much, and you struggle with connecting with people because I overshare like crazy and just throw up on everybody all the time. And it just hit me that that's how I push people away, is because I overwhelm them. And I've spent my whole life thinking that I am too much, and I'm constantly trying to measure myself and not be too much, and overthinking everything that I am, and it's exhausting. And so I get home and I'm just so drained and so just exhausted, and I can't function, and then I have no energy left to be there for my husband, and no energy left to just relax and do things constructive like journaling. I never relax. And it's one of the reasons why I have struggled with alcohol. Not struggled in the way I ever went too crazy. I used alcohol to cope because I couldn't calm my brain down. So I would drink, a couple times a week, especially when I was over 300 pounds. It was the only way I could get my brain to shut off. So I've actually kind of taken a break from wine for a while, just so I can spend some time actually thinking. I know that sounds, for someone who overthinks, it's kind of hilarious that I spent a huge chunk of my life not thinking. I couldn't take it anymore, so the second I could get away with not thinking, I would do that. And anything to distract myself from the stress of existing. it's super weird. But anyway, back to confidence. I kind of spiraled into ADHD, but it's so wrapped up in ADHD. So just starting to have those conversations with myself and realizing, you know what? Also, I will admit, posting images and getting comments help. Like, it definitely does help, but that's more external. Like, I'm just realizing it doesn't really fucking matter what people think. I know that sounds like, you can tell yourself that over and over and over again, and you can only really get that from yourself. Like, there is nothing. I mean, external changes help. This is the thing that I have been working on with my therapist, is that I've been obsessively trying to change external things my whole life. I want to be smart. I want to be funny. I want to be, I want people to have a good view of me. So it was pleasing my parents and, working hard in church and volunteering. Like, I just did everything. I was trying to be everything to everyone. And then I'd come home and be mentally exhausted. And I still get great joy out of helping people. And so then I started to question, oh shoot, should I not help people? Because that's am I doing that out of insecurity? Oh no, it was kind of, had a little existential crisis, because I was like, oh crap, if I do all my decisions because I'm insecure, what can I do if I'm this is really crazy being in my head. But I'm trying to be okay with that, and be okay with not being okay, because I'm a problem solver, and I want everything to be fixed now, because I think that urgency comes from, if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget it. So I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm going to I'm at 7 minutes. So I'm going to kind of cut it to a close here. But basically, therapy is really good. It's taken me almost 3 years, and I feel like something's just clicked, and I don't feel as self-conscious. It's super weird. I still have things that I'm working through, but it's just I'm just gonna wear what I want, and who the fuck cares what people say. And I mean, yeah, you gotta be appropriate at work. But I don't know, things that I have crop tops and hiding my stomach. I don't know if you can see. I posted a picture of this outfit this morning. So I never, ever, ever showed my stomach. I would always wear shirts that covered my stomach, because I've always had PCOS belly. So very prominent stomach. And now that I've lost weight, all my loose skin is just piled up right down at the bottom of my stomach. And so I am self-conscious about that still. That's one of the reasons I posted the skin videos. But I'm changing my, it takes active thought and intent to go, okay, no, this is an accomplishment. This is not something that's disgusting about you. This is who you are. You will eventually be able to get the surgery to get it removed, but for now, you need to be okay with not having everything all at once. I don't know, if that makes sense at all. But all right, it is now almost 9 minutes. So I guess to summarize, maybe I don't know. It's kind of, I have a self-blog book that I'm working through, as well as working through my therapist. But it's I feel like she's been saying a lot of the same things for the last 2.5 years, and it's just just now clicked. It's almost like I didn't have the mental energy to try to work. It's an active process to try to work on your self-confidence. And I do think that so many breakthroughs have come from that for me. Just since starting this YouTube channel, I've started to realize so many things about myself, just from thinking about my past and my actions and trying to think about what I'm even feeling, which is super complicated in my brain, because when you have ADHD, you don't recognize how you're feeling. You just have feelings, and they're very big, and so they kind of explode out of you, which is why we often, especially the hyperactive, tend to have a fear of being too much, because we just ah! So but we also are more entertaining, which I'm trying to love that about myself. Okay, yes, I have this neurological disorder that I feel like really fucked me my whole life. And I went through my whole like period of being angry about it because it's like, fuck, but ultimately I'm learning how to manage it better. And I think that this is like the beginning of me being okay finally. Like, this was the key that I needed to be happy, was to just love myself. I know it sounds cheesy, but yeah, that's where I'm at.